Hello people, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about what exactly we need to record sound. One thing we need to remember though, there's different mediums, there's different areas of sound. We could be working for a commercial, we could be working for a short film, we could be working for independent film, feature film, TV. There's different aspects of location sound that require different amounts of gear. So today I'm going to give you guys a list of the amount of equipment that you need to start recording sound for a short film, let's say. A well-rounded package that was going to help you accommodate all of those mediums. It will help you start your career basically. So let's get into it. And we're going to start super raw at the beginning, and then once we get the basics, I'll let you know the plus items to the ones that are nice to have, but you don't have to have them at the beginning. They're definitely going to help you get more gigs in the future, but you don't really have to invest in them right away. We need to understand a few things before we start though. There's two ways we could record sound to a video format. The first one is called single system or one system, which basically means what I'm doing right now. I'm recording audio through my Rode Video Mic Pro through my camera, and that's what it's called, a single system, when there's only one recording device. The most common one used in TV and everything you watch on Netflix or all of those streaming apps is the double system. So the double system means you have two recording devices or more sometimes capturing different things. Camera is going to be focusing on the visuals, and the sound recorder is going to be recording mainly dialogue and all the sounds that happen on set. Those are the two different ones, single system and double system. For this video guys, I'm going to show you the basic package for a double system. And the very first item I recommend you guys buying is a recorder. A portable recorder. Could be from any brand. I personally use sound devices, but you could get Zoom, you could get Saxcom, you could get Tascam. Whatever recorder that captures sound is gonna do you good. There's a few things that you need to look out for when choosing your main recorder. Number one is you need to make sure it has multi-track capabilities, and that just basically means that you could have several microphones plugged into the recorder, and it's only gonna create one file, and you have the option of having independent files for each individual microphone, also known as ISO tracks. So you need a multi-track recorder. As long as it has that capability, you should be good. Another requirement that is crucial for filmmaking in the sound recorder, you need to make sure that the recorder you're going to be using has timecode capabilities. Timecode is one of those terms that you're going to hear a lot in film, and you might not know what it means. So don't worry, happens to all of us. When I started doing sound, even though I went to film school, timecode was I didn't actually grasp what timecode was. I was not actually confident with it until I started using it in the field. We'll talk about timecode in another video. In short, that just basically means that sound and audio can have a way of communicating with each other and synchronize the files. So they can have freedom and they can be separate from each other. And they could later, in the post-production aspect of editing, they could merge those two files into one. That's what basically timecode means. So as long as the recorder you pick has timecode, you should be good. You also need to make sure that your recorder records 24 bits 48K, because those are the formats we use to record sound for films. Now we know the main piece of equipment you need. The brain of the operation is going to be your recorder. You need to make sure it has timecode capabilities, multi-track, so isolated tracks for each of one of your inputs. You also need to make sure it can record sample rate of 24K and 24-bit depth. Those are the requirements you need to have. To give you a few examples of recorders you could buy, Sound Devices MixPre 6 or 10 is a great starting point. Second-hand recorders like the 6 series Sound Devices, 633 is a pretty well-rounded machine and super professional. You could also go with Zoom F8s or F4s, I think they're called. Those would be the ones in the entry-level position. So now that we have the brain of the operation, we need to get some microphones, because those are the ones that are going to help us capture sound. So you need to get yourself a shotgun microphone, and I will recommend getting a shotgun mic first, so you're well covered for either exterior shooting or interior shooting. Some people say shotgun microphones are not good indoors. That's true. Because of the long interference tube, sometimes shotgun mics sound really weird in really verby spaces indoors. But I think at the beginning, you can get away with a shotgun mic no problem. And especially once you start using it out in the field, you start to notice when it's good to use it and when it's not good to use it. It's gonna get 80% of the job done. They look something like this. They're really skinny and long. They have an interference tube. So if you're in a noisy environment, these guys are really your best friends because they really focus on the target talent. In this case, they will help you get clean sound in a noisy environment. To some degree, it's not magic, but they're pretty handy. And location sound people use shotgun microphones whenever they shoot outside. The next thing you'll need is something to hold your microphone. And this is really crucial here, guys, because it means nothing if you have a nice microphone when it's out like that. You need to have a basket system. Whenever you shoot outside, I highly recommend you guys get a basket system. This serves two purposes. For wind protection, which I have a video about wind protection, go click over here after you watch this video. They isolate the microphone so it's a shock mount on itself. So all the vibrations from the boom pole, they're not gonna get to the microphone. So you can make all your movements and the microphone is gonna be suspended in these lyre connections. That's the third item I recommend you guys buying, is a blimp or a windshield solution to house your microphone. They're not as expensive as they used to be. I actually recommend this one. This one is the Rode 4 NTG, but this is the Ryko blimp. And I recommend Ryko because it's way lighter than Rode. It's a little bit more pricey, but I think this one is almost the same price as the Rode blimp. And this one's smaller, lighter. Alright, so far we got our recorder, our shotgun microphone, and our wind basket. The fourth item we need to start doing location sound is a boom pole. There's different brands, different materials, different prices. The ones I like using are Panamic. They're not cheap. They're really expensive. Buy them once and you don't have to upgrade ever again. K-Tech is also a really good professional brand. The difference between K-Tech and Panamic is that Panamic doesn't have an entry-level boom pole. There's also Ambient, so check out those brands. See what's in your budget. Anything you get from those guys is gonna be solid. And now for the fifth item you guys need to get is a sound bag. Over here I have a Sound Devices MixPre 6, and on this MixPre 6 I have a K-Tech bag. So you need something to house all your equipment. Getting a bag to house everything is super ideal. They come in different sizes. That will be the fifth item I recommend you guys buying, is a location sound bag. There is not a better feeling in the world when you have a nice looking bag with everything you need to record dialogue on set. It makes you look professional and it takes care of your equipment. So for the sixth item will be XLR cables. You need something to plug your microphone into your recorder. Get good cables though. Don't buy cheap cables because that's gonna come bite you in the ass in the field. Get good XLR cables or you'll regret it. Alright, so now we got the basics. We can actually go out and record sound with what we have so far. But there's one crucial item that most people forget and you absolutely need it. And that's headphones. You need a good pair of headphones to make sure that whatever you're capturing on set, it's sounding great and it's gonna be helpful for the team on the other end. In this case, the post-production sound people. Think that you are gonna be doing post in all of your projects. Make sure you're always doing a great job and make your work speak for itself. Okay, so those are the basic items, guys. These are the first ones you need to focus on. After you have all of these items, a decent recorder, a decent shotgun microphone, a good wind basket, I recommend you guys getting wireless lavalier microphones. And this is gonna be one of those things that is gonna cost you almost the same as everything you just got, but these guys are really good. If you have budget, get Electrosonics. If you don't have a budget for that, you're starting out, I recommend getting Sennheisers, the G4s or the G3s if you can still find them. I started with those. I did several projects with those guys. Solid. If you know how to get the best out of those guys, when you upgrade to Electrosonics or something better, you're gonna make this thing shine so much. That will be the next step, getting a nice solid wireless system. One of the tricky things about the wireless microphones, there's three main pieces you need. You need a receiver, you need a transmitter, and you need a lavalier microphone to plug into that transmitter. So that's why these guys get really pricey per channel. And that's another thing you guys need to remember, that each microphone needs needs its own transmitter and its own receiver. When you're starting out, just get one set and start from there. And then as your projects start to get more demanding, that's when you can start upgrading for more channels of wireless. Just get your first one. Could be a Sennheiser, could be Electro, it's all good. Lavaliers and wireless systems are really tricky, so I'm gonna make a video specifically going about what should be your first wireless systems, so stay tuned for that one. On another plus item, I highly recommend you guys getting some timecode boxes. I like to use Tentacle Sync, but you could get really anything, and more on timecode later. And as well, some smartslate. This will be a plus item you need to add to your package as you start getting bigger projects. And I'm sure all of you have seen these before. They're really iconic boards. And yes, we are in charge of providing this to the film set. It's not the camera department's job to bring this. This is a sound tool because it helps us synchronize audio and video. Well, not this, but this is just a visual representation of timecode. Treat me like a lens. Because this is not cheap, and sometimes I see people throwing them on the floor and it really pisses me off, so put that there so they're careful with my stuff. So that's basically all the equipment we need to start to make a film. After you have all of these items, if you're gonna be doing solo work, I recommend you guys getting a harness because that's just gonna help you carry all that weight in your bag. Check out K-Tech or Orca, they have really great products. After that, you guys need to get some interior microphones. My one favorite is the Sheps CMC1 with the MK41 capsule. That's my favorite right now, but Sennheiser MKH50 is a really nice contender. Or you could still use your shotgun microphone, that's totally okay. If it sounds good, it sounds good, baby. You don't have to get all fancy here. Another thing you guys should get is lots of SD cards or whatever media your recorder uses, because those guys, you never know when one is gonna die, and it's always nice to have extras in case something happens. Those are the items I recommend you guys investing at the beginning. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye bye.